America, America, God shed his grace on thee with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Hello, YouTube. We have to talk about this dude. I do not enjoy talking about him. I think he's the most disgusting, revolting creature I've ever encountered. But we have to talk about what's going on in our country. It's not his country. It doesn't belong exclusively to him and his white friends. It is our country, the whole country, right? So Donald Trump, some of y'all seen that horrible ass press conference of his, where he expressed what he's going to do in Washington, D.C., how he's bringing in thousands of troops into Washington, D.C., correct? And he's going to clean up. He said he's going to throw all the homeless out. He's going to throw all the homeless out, and then the criminals, they're not going to have to worry about being thrown out. They can stay because they're going to jail. Everybody in the jail. This is going to be another assault on black people. That's what's going to happen in Washington, D.C. We all know it is something like majority black people in Washington, D.C., correct? His buddy Big Balls I don't think it was all about Big Balls. I think Big Balls was an excuse because Big Balls got jumped on by other teenagers. That's an excuse. So a lot of people say, well, Timothy, the city should be safe. The city, he has got to get over this idea that the military belongs to him. He deployed the military to California like we're at war with America. We are America. We're a huge portion of America, correct? And now he wants to do the same thing in goddamn Washington, D.C. He wants to bring in all these troops, and nothing is going to end up, we're right back to profiling again, right? Why are we back to profiling, Timothy? Because that's who he's going to stop. That's who he's going to frisk. And that's going to with a lot of innocent people are going to be terrorized in Washington, D.C. Why? Because Donald Trump decided he's going to clear them all out. There'll be no more crime. He said from this day forward, him and that blonde thing. They say that there'll be no more crime in Washington, D.C., right? Like instant. I got answers for every goddamn thing, right? He's going to the homeless people, you're moving tonight. He said the homeless people, you're moving tonight. But Donald Trump, the question is, you're the president. What are you going to do about the homeless situation in America? You would never say a goddamn thing about what you're going to do to solve the problems of America. Homelessness is huge in big cities. It's huge in all big cities, right? But you're going to bring your ass in here. You think you can bring your goddamn paratroopers in here and just chase them away? What do you think you're going to do? Jump off the goddamn bridge? They're still here. What is your solution to homelessness in America, Donald Trump? How about that? You people, you don't even want to accept that Ronald Reagan, with these Republican ideas, decided that it was a waste of money to take care of people who are mentally ill. And you know what he did? He closed down all the goddamn places that were housing the mentally ill. All the help they had, all the facilities they had, he closed them down. And guess what? 45 years later, we're still looking at those people right on the street. Didn't solve a goddamn thing. Oh, it's so unsightly. It's so unsightly. So Donald Trump goes on about how he got $200 million for a ballroom. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be all gold. Everything's going to be gold. He didn't make that goddamn White House girl look like a jewelry store or something, child. All this shit is more important than housing the homeless. There has to be solutions. Since you say you're such a great builder, honey, there has to be solutions to the situation that we're all facing in most of America. All the big cities are facing with homelessness. What is the solution? If you can put up all these goddamn skyscrapers for rich people, correct? You can build condos for the rich people. Donald Trump says he is offended by low-income housing. Oh, they putting low-income housing in there. It's not a great investment. This is all about money, correct? But what about the people, Trump? When you run them all out of Washington, D.C., what do you think they're going to do? They're going to go into other neighborhoods, and now they'll have the same problems that Washington, D.C. has, because that's what homelessness means. It means they have no place to go, honey. God damn, what are you doing? I make Washington pretty. I got to make Washington pretty. So you ain't got to look at the homeless people when you go into the office. Most presidents will say, this is a major problem, correct? Instead of just trying to pull money out of everything, why don't we figure out how we can stop this problem with homelessness in America? right? There's got to be solutions, honey. Surely they can build buildings to house the homeless people. Maybe they are drug addicts. Maybe you need to put more money into that problem. Solve problems, Donald Trump. Correct? All he do is go every time he goes to somebody's city. Oh, it's so dirty. Oh, it's so filthy. This Democrat, Nancy Pelosi made it so nasty. That is not the proper response from a president. You're the president of the whole country. Hi, Lorraine. Oh, honey, homelessness, that is only the tip of the iceberg, child. All the shit he says about all what he gonna do, all these troops he's bringing into Washington, just like he brought them all into Los Angeles. Now he's claiming he did such a great job of L.A. L.A. got saved by him. L.A. got saved by you in 3 months, huh? The way where you came in there, you said the first month, L.A. was saved. It was gonna all burn down. Correct, Donald Trump? You did shit. We saw all them goddamn troops. They did nothing for a handful of protesters. You didn't call in the whole goddamn military. Then you want to give all the money to the military. Oh, more military, right? And then you want to put them to work. You're doing nothing. You're not solving any problems, Donald Trump. There are serious issues in America, more serious than your ballrooms, and you're making platforms out. You're changing the whole White House. You're the decorator in chief. Correct, Donald Trump? You're not doing shit. Every time man opens his mouth, I get pissed off. Correct. We have a big problem with homelessness here in San Francisco. I've seen the pictures of LA, Philadelphia, New York City. I mean, everywhere. It's all over the goddamn. That's a major problem. What are you doing to fix it? Can't you Republicans say, you know what? We love Ronald Reagan. We love him. We love his policies and all that. But on one thing, he was wrong. He was wrong. And we need to provide facilities for these people. I mean, how many buildings would it actually take? We have a lot of homeless people on the street, but a lot of those people are mentally ill. It takes a lot to lay in the street, honey. A lot of those people are mentally ill and they have drug problems, correct? If they maybe we ought to work on getting them into treatment, right? And stop using the word fentanyl as just a political issue. You don't give a fuck about no goddamn fentanyl. Look at these people out here, honey. Go out there and talk to them and find out what's wrong. How can we help? What can we do? Talk to the goddamn mayors. Talk to the governors, honey. Is there anything working in any of your towns? Sure there are. There are cities in California where they have little tiny houses, right? Where the people, because they're afraid that if they build a building and they put all the homeless people in it, they're going to have crime in the building. Can't you hire security for the goddamn building, right? So they have tiny homes, right? And so people have individual homes and they have a security guard there. It ain't all that goddamn complicated. You have to care first. You have to care first. You got to make Washington, D.C. pretty, like it's your living room. You're going to change our White House. Did you ask us about that? Did you ask the people, do we want the White House changed? Because it's the people's house. Did I speak? Hi, Bonita. Bonita Peterson. Miss Sandra. How you doing, Mrs. Sandra? Pretty Tangs. I ain't seen you in a minute, Pretty Tangs. Hi there. Oh, this man. Oh, he makes me so sick. So the big news is Donald Trump has declared war on Washington, D.C. Right? He wants to decorate Washington, D.C. He don't want to see nothing unsightly. He wants to run all of the homeless people out. He said, we'll put you somewhere, but not around Washington. Well, that shouldn't be, we'll put you somewhere. Where are you going to put them? Do you have facilities for them? And all these black people that you are about to arrest in Washington, I mean, after all, they do live there. All these people, what are you going to do? Build new prisons? Are these going to be private prisons, Donald Trump, for profit from your friends? How many meetings have you had on that, honey? Correct? Then he said he wants to get rid of the slums. We're going to get rid of the slums. Huh? If you have such a severe housing issue there, probably because most of these people can't come nowhere close to affording to live there, right? Then you want to go and then you want to take the slums away. You're going to make that pretty? Well, you turn it to condos, Donald Trump, right? You want to go to Gaza and build condos, you said. You don't think like a rational person. You're not concerned with public service. You don't give a fuck. Poor people do exist. Erasing them from where you can see them, they're still here, honey. They're still here. What are you doing to help the problem? Right? Why aren't there facilities for these people? Yeah, they've been out there a long time, but they can get used to being inside again if they had a key to their own door. Right? We used to help out the people, the least of these. If we're the richest country in the world, why are people laying all on the goddamn street? Why don't you ask yourself that instead of just pushing them over to somebody else's neighborhood? Desiree. Hi, Desiree. Sang, boo. Lord have mercy, honey. Living in America, eye to eye. You can, honey, all these rich people up in that White House, honey, they're setting themselves up for their lives after they leave in the 4 years, right? New investments. Donald Trump done become a multi-billionaire by being the president. When he got in there, they told him, no, you can't be a billionaire and run your business at the same time you're running the presidency. But it seems to me that now his business is his primary thing. Everything benefits his business. Everybody got to pay him. Everybody got to kiss his ass. And he's going to sue everybody. Everybody, all the goddamn TV stations. He done sue every goddamn network, right? He gonna stop them from making their mergers and doing their business. He gonna put tariffs on the whole goddamn world, right? And they're all gonna bow down and kiss his stinking ass. That's what he said out of his own mouth. Now, there are many things I suggest y'all watch him today just to get an idea of what we're up against. Every goddamn thing comes out of his mouth. Every plan, honey. He gonna, believe me, the terror for black people in Washington, D.C., which has got a huge population, starts immediately. Everything's got to be immediately. He's going to do it in a day, right? Then they're going to have tanks and shit all through America because Donald Trump wants to use this military that he feels like he's in charge of. He can do everything by military force. You can clean up everything by military force. You can clean it up. But we've experienced homelessness here, honey. We know what it is. You clean it up in this area, and then they move to the next area. They ain't got no... If you're homeless, you're a wanderer. Spend all these damn billions on decorations and gold plate and everything and shit, child. We got all these serious problems here. What are you going to do with the people? Why don't you come up with a plan, Donald Trump, since you're such a fucking builder? Why don't you come up with a plan? Oh, we're building this building. It's going to take 3 months to build this building. And everybody who's on the street is going to be required to accept the housing that we're providing. Get the people off the street. Oh, it's going to cost $1 million. Okay, can we spare $1 million since you're doing all these $1 trillion deals? You said you made $14 trillion with the tariffs, even though they only started 2 days ago. He hates poor people. He hates middle-class people. He hates his own people. He hates white people who are poor. He doesn't understand that. He thinks they're stupid. That's why he plays to them, right? He thinks they're racist and stupid. That's why he plays to poor white people. That's who put him in office. You think Donald Trump really gives a fuck about those people, honey? If they're laying on the sidewalk, he pushing their ass out too. He gonna clean up all the graffiti. He gonna clean up everything. Donald Trump gonna do it all with the military. Is that what the military is for? I just hope nobody challenges us, honey. You think you're gonna terrorize this whole goddamn world and in this whole country and do what you want to do? It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Don't let us tell you who to sock it to next. You declared war on California. Now you're declaring war on Washington, D.C. Who's next, Donald Trump? After you did this whitewash of Washington, D.C., who's going to be next? Who are you going to attack next? Why don't you go to your own damn town? Weren't you from New York City? Go. I don't think they like you very much. You didn't get the vote, right? Born and raised there? Because they know what you are, Donald Trump, right? That's why before you became the king, no bank in America would lend you money. New York City said no. They know you. You're going to go in there with your bull daggers and bull daggers, with your bulldozers and military force. You want to force everything, honey. You want to push people around with the military. Is that what the military is for? And why are you attacking all these black people? See, they got a black mayor in D.C. They got a black mayor in L.A. Every place that you seem to talk all this shit about, there seems to be either they have a strong immigrant communities, or they're black people, right? You have all your attacks. You call it because they're Democrats, but really there's an attack on minorities. So what are you going to do in Washington, D.C.? You say you're going to go and clean up the streets of Washington, D.C., right? You're going to take down all the graffiti, and you're going to get rid of the slums. I'm trying to figure out how you're going to get rid of the slums. Are you going to build housing? There's an idea. Are you even going to address the cost of living in America? Right? Where a lot of people, their only option is living in goddamn extended stay hotels. Oh, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, your own boots. Well, we see the results of that decision to close all facilities for people with disabilities. We see it all over the street. All those people, go and talk to some of the people, honey. A lot of them can't even make a sentence, right? Give the people some dignity. Hell, you're trying to put more people out there. Take away their health care, take away their jobs. You take away every goddamn thing, right? And you're going to end up, we're going to have more than we have now. Everybody on the street is not a drug addict, right? He's trying to get Epstein file up the news. I wish they go ahead and finish with this fucking Epstein thing. Yes, you are one of his customers, honey. Yes, you had sex with underage girls. I don't know where the girls are. They keep saying, "Oh, we got to protect the innocent. We got to protect their names." No. These are all grown women now, honey, and I'm sure there are many of them that will be willing to give testimony. Yes, I was with Donald Trump. Yes, I met him at Mar-a-Lago. Yes, he's a friend of Epstein. Yes, we had parties. Yes, he was at every goddamn party. Yes, he was no different than anybody else in the party. They were all grabbing our titties, right? Yes, I was homeless. I was topless. I was at a topless party. I was 14 years old. Donald Trump was there. Where the fuck are they at? Oh, we got to be protected. We got to protect the innocent. We got to protect your old ass, honey. You and your millionaire cronies. Not even the devil, let alone his family, likes a Cheeto. They don't like Cheeto. What's his name? Cheeto the taco. Good Lord have mercy. Chinolini the taco. Okay. How you doing, Harlow Rain? Soul Sister #1 show. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Hey, ding dong. Come on. Oh, here I come. Oh. Hey, you want to go in the dungeon? Sit that bum right here. Put it down. There you go. I feel safe. That's my protection. Trump defecting. But that's the story. They say it's all deflecting on Epstein. There was a whole lot of shit going on before Epstein, though. Whole lot of issues. He ain't addressed nothing. He came on here talking about the food prices. What is Donald Trump even addressed? Why aren't you got the goddamn Frito-Lay people in the White House, honey, and figuring out why in the hell, since we had COVID and all these prices damn near doubled, we no longer have COVID. We're 5 years outside of COVID. Can we get the prices back down? You're not even interested in that, Donald Trump. You just want to put tariffs and everything, so it's going to cost twice as much anyway. Ain't nothing going down, girl. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. It ain't going down. He actually went up there talking he gonna close down the slums. How in the fuck you go to the poor people? They're not people really. They're all in the way. They're playing around with this country. He thinks it's his. He thinks it belongs to him. That's why he feels like he can go and move into the White House and start changing the White House, right? And changing the structure of the White House. He's adding rooms and all that kind. He's going to be forever tied to the White House. He'll probably charge the White House for charge America for the stupid ass ballroom. Who needs a gold ballroom, girl? But for what? Oh, you would be sitting in a big ballroom right here. It's going to be beautiful. Oh, I just decorate part time. It's just something in. That's what our president spends his time on. He wants to decorate. He wants to build something. Y'all ever ask him, remember the big, beautiful wall? Oh, it's going to be a beautiful wall. Well, those billions were wasted, right? Apparently, they got the border under control with more soldiers. Well, they should have just did that anyway. Why we waste all this money on this goddamn wall that people go around, up, around, under, everything else out? It was just wrong. Could you come and admit that you were wrong? You got that wrong? Putting them damn kids in cages, you got it wrong. But he don't consider it wrong because he's a sociopath. What's going on, Darius? Miss Sandra. Excuse me, I always get it wrong. Mrs. Sandra. Mm-hmm. Girl, I wish I had me a husband. Mm-hmm. He comes and goes. Thank you for asking. I am faring very well. I really enjoyed doing last night's live. Where y'all live at? Hello, Rain. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking him. Was that great live? It was a live last night. I got to start checking in more. Mm-hmm. It's about time. Sang. Last time almost. Bonita, what you telling me? No singing yesterday. Now you telling me more singing. Lord have mercy. Bonita, do you have control issues? Do you walk around your house telling this is my house? This is my house. Sounds like a plan. Okay. I don't think we should let this thing just slip away from us like we don't count. We do count. And we need to be concerned about what's going on in Washington, D.C. Just so this motherfucker can make everything look pretty. Mm-hmm. For his enjoyment, his lawn, Washington, D.C. And he thinks whatever he does is going to last forever. It's not going to last forever. There really are poor people here. There really are drug addicted people here. And there are a lot of people here with mental illness that can't take care of themselves. Right? They're so inept or so disabled that they can't even apply for disability. They don't even have the faculty to apply to get SSI or something, girl. Right? That takes social workers. That takes people on the street. A lot of these people, you can't even understand what the hell they're talking about, right? They should be in a secure, not secured, but in the middle. We used to have one here called Tascadero. Reagan closed it down. Those same people just die in the street. They stay here until they die. Nothing for you. He said, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You barely got boots. You ain't got no boots. You got slippers from the jail. So I guess Donald Trump, since he's going to arrest all these black people in D.C., believe me, it's going to be black people. They're going to profile them. Anybody who's a teenager, they're going to throw your ass in jail and find a reason to throw your ass in jail. Where are you going to put all these people, Donald Trump? Are you going to expand the jail system? Is this a plan by you and your rich buddies to build more prisons and more jails to house them? Private institutions? You're not as sneaky as you think you are, Donald Trump. You really aren't. That's why they didn't need to put people in office who are obsessed with money. All of them obsessed with money. It's all about money, right? None of that money's coming to America. If it was coming, we were going to be so rich, honey, have it going on. Then shouldn't we get some of the benefits then? You're taking away the benefits at the same time. You're talking about you need more money for America. I need more money for America. Trillions. Like you're so concerned with the damn deficit. Really? Why does that keep you up at night, Donald Trump? Lying ass. Oh, what else is going on, people? What's going on? Tell me what's going on, and then I'll tell you what's going on. Woo. Right on, baby. Right on. Ay, 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 ay. Dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Mother, mother, we don't need something. Mm-mm. What is going on, people? Elaine here. Hi, Elaine. Trump is the mouthpiece, but he's not the brains. Who is the brain? I don't think any of them got no brains. They keep him distracting from what's really happening in America. They do plan to whitewash America. It's called Project 25. And they swore they had nothing to do with Project 25. They get in office, and what we have, Project 25. Uh-huh. And they're all motivated by money. That's it. This fool, he don't have enough sense to hide it. Next, he'll be getting the limousine to be solid gold, like he's some kind of a mafia don or pimp or something. Even they have enough sense to hide. You're supposed to hide your crimes. Criminal in chief. All this attack on, he calls, we all, of course, we're all thugs and hoodlums and all that kind of stuff, right? The hell with all the black kids that are doing well. They're in their school doing their best to try to improve their situation. He's gonna lock them all together. They're gonna start harassing black people and try to run them out of DC. He actually believes that he can turn DC white again. Was it ever white? Didn't you drag all these black people to DC to build your goddamn monuments? Get rid of the slum. You're gonna get rid of the slum, get rid of the homeless, you're gonna get rid of the criminals, you're gonna lock everybody up. Sing any song. What song you got? You got some songs y'all want to hear? Y'all want to sing? I don't mind. Okay. If I gave you my love, boo boom boom, I tell you what I do. I expect a whole lot of love out of you. You got to be good to me. Boo boom boom. I'm gonna be good to you. There's a whole lot of things you and I can do. What about the way you love me? Boo boom boom. And the way you squeeze me. Oh, simply beautiful. Yeah, yeah. You're beautiful. Don't play with me. And don't get me started, honey. You think Trump is the mouthpiece? I think Trump is the head demon. He's the head demon. Yes, they want him in office. Yes, they got all kinds of deals to get more money for themselves. Hey, all the ones who put him in, all the ones who gave him the money to get in the office, they all had a deal with him. He's the king of the deals. He made deals with a whole lot of them, whole lot of favors, right? But they should take the example of Elon Musk. Elon Musk gave him $250 million to get in office, and God only knows what else he did. And Donald Trump, boom, just like a brick, honey. He actually believed that he was going to have these cars of his was going to be all over America, and all you could buy was Elon Musk electric vehicles. He believed it. Trump promised it, and he dropped him just like that. The man went out of office a week before he found out the damage. You better pay attention. Trump is for Trump. I think some people actually, them poor ass people in the Midwest, they actually think, I'm gonna get rich. We need a rich follower. He's gonna teach us how to be like Donald Trump. I believe with Donald Trump. Oh, make America. He got you putting hats on your head, walking around, girl. Egomaniac. Why you gotta have all these people wearing red hats all over the goddamn country, honey? He has a whole display case in the White House, nothing but red hats. When he has a meeting, They're all these people supposed to be running America are sitting up there with red hats on "Make America Great Again." Yes, sir. You're a great leader. Everybody got to have a red hat on, child. You, why do you need all of that kind of undergirding Donald Trump? I mean, if you're the richest, you want to be the richest man in the world, but you are if you're the most powerful man in the world, if this is the most powerful country in the world, why do you need all this extra, honey? Why do you constantly need everybody kissing your ass? It makes us look so bad. You got Apple computer people in there. You got Facebook up in there. You got all of these goddamn billionaires in there, and they all got to bow down and kiss the ring. Everybody got to kiss the ring, right? It's disgusting, Donald Trump. Why are you doing that to this country? You're so obsessed with white people. Don't you want to help them? Don't you want to be their president? They can't stand him in D.C. There's going to be trouble in D.C., honey. Everybody's not going along with it, right? Just like we was in there the first time, constantly having riots, right? Constantly having riots, having military guarding his ass, child. There's going to be more. Why do you think you're going to come in here and just get rid of the slums? You're going to run all the homeless people away. You're going to do all this shit like that, you said, right? And you think that everybody's going to go along quietly. Mm-hmm. Did y'all like my Simply Beautiful? Yeah. Simply Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Trump is a disaster. It's only going to get worse. His dumb ass sends out tweets as if homeless people are active on social media. Girl. Try to get their next meal. He thinks they're all online. They're going to go in there. They're going to beat those people up, honey. When people are not looking, they're going to be beating up homeless people because a lot of these people are out of their minds. That's why they're homeless. That's why they're living in tents and so forth, right? You're going to go in there. You're going to tear their tents down. You're going to throw everything in the trash, right? Right? And then when you clear the people out of your path or whatever, wherever you see them going from the airport to their house or whatever, you clear them out. Then you're going to think that you have cured homelessness in America. You have no desire at all to. Why haven't you assigned somebody to tackle the homelessness czar? Get off the border. Okay, the border is doing well. Why don't you, Donald Trump, assign a homelessness czar, someone to address the issue of homelessness, so you don't just keep moving people around, right? And then we can address it because that's something that America needs desperately. It's only going to get worse. People have gotten used to sleeping in the street now. That was not always the case, right? It's something that built and built and built, kicked off by the Republicans and Ronald Reagan. You ought to see when it comes to San Francisco, honey. Oh, look at all this dirt, these people, these dirty homeless people. I said, but girl, who is the president? Isn't that your situation? He done separated California from the rest of the goddamn country, right? We're the enemies. He only want to put people in Alcatraz because he wants to get slapped California in the face again. I'll move all criminals to your museum. Take over that. I'm taking over everything. Nobody get comfortable because when he gets through with DC, who's next? Give it a couple of months, people. We be hearing all this shit from Virginia because he done ran them all out of Washington, D.C. into Virginia. We're going to put you somewhere. Not here. Well, I wonder what that plane looks like. I don't know who decided that America had to be run by profiteers. All of them are obsessed with money, right? That's all they talk about. Every damn department is obsessed with money. How can we get more money out of it? And then he wants to be the decorator in chief, right? So he wants everything to be gold. He wants to add on to the White House, right? He wants to clear out Washington, D.C. He wants to bring in military forces, right, to show how bad he is. Because he's bad. He's bad. Come on. Come on. And the whole world got to find out just how bad he is. Who's bad? Donald Trump is bad. Come on. Donald Trump. I believe he probably does have a very small penis. This is small penis behavior. Mm-hmm. They put him in office. Let me see what else y'all say. If I were a gorgeous gay man, I would be your boyfriend. Oh, you're one good-looking, sexy, intelligent man. I can't believe we have known each other for 21 years. Still holding up, baby, ain't we? Still holding up, child. They told me I was going to be dead 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Let me see if there's any breaking news, because it's been a really hot morning. Hold on a minute. I don't want to play this stuff. I don't want to hear that damn voice again. Every page, Donald Trump, every goddamn page, Donald Trump, every single day. Every single day, something more to complain about Donald Trump. No solutions, whatever. The word groceries, that motherfucker didn't even know what oh, they got this new word. This new word, it's called groceries. Oh, talk about somebody being out of touch, honey. No, we don't have no maids going picking up our groceries, Donald Trump. Our prices are so goddamn high. You go into the supermarket with fear and trembling. Come out with a bag, $100 fucking. He ain't said a goddamn thing about that. He wants to decorate. What else is going on, darlings? They are not playing around with this country. Okay, I'm way behind. Okay, way behind. Well, if nothing else is going on, people, shit, I say fireworks from 4th of July to celebrate when he leaves this earth. That's the only thing. He needs to just go. He needs to leave, right? He's crazy like a fox. And yes, he is getting help from these other billionaires, because they're already planning ahead. Just like before he started his reign of terror, they already set up the goddamn Supreme Court, right? Where he couldn't be charged with nothing. They had to make that a law and all this kind of shit, child. He was on his way to jail, remember? Remember what was going on right before Donald Trump took office? Wasn't he in court every week? Different courts, different lawsuits, everywhere he went. Guilty, 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 guilty. And then he's the president. And he wants to attack all the other criminals. What? They are criminals like you a criminal. You've been breaking laws all your goddamn life. Getting over, honey. You got that get over spirit. Aren't those your people? The criminals? You think you would relate to them? Didn't you let 16 criminals go? Donald Trump? Oh, they like Trump. They stay strong. They like Trump. I'm going to free them all. Really? So they can go and stick and pose through the guts of police officers. They can go and take a shit in the White House, and they can overthrow the White House, girl. But that's okay. The other ones, these 14-year-olds, they're the problem. So when you say, Donald Trump, that you're going to charge all these teenagers, these 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids, you're going to charge them like adults. Does that mean you want to lock them away forever? Because if you're getting felonies when you're an adult, like you should be getting, I mean, you should be in prison. 34 felonies, you should be in prison, right? But you want these kids, these 14, don't even know what the fuck they're doing yet. You want to put them away for years and years and years. So when if they come out at all, they have no chance at all at having a successful life. Correct? And yes, there are going to be a lot of black kids because this is Washington, D.C., honey. He's so anti-crime. Ain't that a bitch? He pardoned all 1,500 of those J6 domestic terrorists. Them was some evil people. And there was a whole lot of racist people there too. All those racist organizations, and he let them all go. They're all free. Oh, you did it for Trump. You did it for Trump. I want you to go to the White House. Go to the White House. They had to prosecute your ass too, didn't they? Didn't they? Yeah, I think that is an assault on black kids. Because how they going to determine who's a criminal? They're going to be profiling everybody in Washington, D.C. They're going to be scared to go home. He said he's going to get rid of the slums. He has an assault on all poor people as well. Out, out, out. Make D.C. white again. If it ever was. I really do hope that they, at some point in history, maybe I won't be around, but they need to change that name of that house. It shouldn't be the White House. Why is it the White House? Can it be the people's house? I know I've said it before. I've been thinking that a long time ago. A long time, honey. Because he takes that literally. And he wants to put all the goddamn racist statues back up. Okay. That's going to be a big waste of time. What was that old fool doing on the roof of the White House? He said he's getting ready to put nuclear weapons on there, on top of the White House. Plus, he got to set out his plan for his new ballroom. A ballroom as big as the rest of the White House. So he can have a party. He made that goddamn wall his project last time, and now this White House renovation, that's the new thing. I mean, all the presidents, they go in, they might change a picture here or there, whatever. Do a little upholstery work, make sure everything is fresh. This motherfucker come in there, girl, with just like he just threw cans of paint all over the motherfucking White House, girl. Everything is gold. Everything is gold. Gold represents money. That's what it represents, right? That's why he feels like everything's got to be gold, right? He doesn't plan to leave. Well, we don't care what he plans. He getting his old ass out of there 3.5 years. It'd be wonderful if they can get him out in the midterm election, but I don't understand politics perfectly well. I don't pretend to, because he was already impeached twice and still sat his ass up in there. So impeaching him again, what's that going to do? We just want him to leave. At least Nixon had the balls to quit. I resign. I guess it's got to get the numbers got to be down in the teens for them to finally understand. Maybe we were wrong about him. Maybe Donald Trump really needs to invoke this. It's not Project 25. What is it? Whatever that thing is when you're crazy and you're not fit. You're not fit for office. Because he's not fit for office, honey. His whole worldview. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what the black people are going to do in Chocolate City, honey. I have no idea. How you going to send your kids out to go to the store? I mean, how you going to feel comfortable just letting your people live in Washington, D.C.? He's got military all over the motherfucker. And he's assaulting the slums, as he calls them. Right? That means he's profiling all black people, honey. That's all that means. What's he going to do with all that military? He thinks they're all his. They're his employees. Egomaniac. Crazy. All his assaults on California. My God. We don't even have a president. They didn't vote for me. They're planning on not helping Ukraine. He meeting with Putin. I thought you were mad at Putin, Trump, because he kept murdering, killing all these people. That's what you said 2 weeks ago. Of course, that'll be different next week. Then you just send submarines with he sent submarines with nuclear weapons to park outside of Russia. and now he's meeting with Putin. Why are you playing with that fool? You know that is a killer. Correct, Donald Trump, and you know how inept you are, right? Why do you keep fucking around and playing with Putin? And then you mad because, oh, they said Russiagate, Russiagate. How could they say that? Russiagate, Russiagate. Aren't you in cahoots with Putin now? You can't seem to break away from him. You don't care nothing about that other country. We saw how you treated Zelensky in the White House. Oh, why don't you wear a tie? Why don't you wear a tie? I mean, you were talking to that man like he had a tail. You gonna do anything to bow down and kiss Putin's ass because you admire him. You admire all dictators, honey, and you feel like you're in the same class with them because all the other people hate your ass. All the other world leaders, they all can't stand your ass, honey. When the presidents sit together, they always sit separate from you. Thank you. Let me see. Thank you, Michelle Obama, for not showing up. That's right. Stand up, honey. I don't got to put up with this bullshit. How long is this been going on? How long, baby? What's going on, Justin? Justin, let me see. And when he does have a meeting with Putin, he has said there will be nobody else in the room with no transcripts or recordings, just them on two. Oh, ain't that a bitch? Why Eric got that? He didn't even know that. Where they meeting at? He thought he was meeting in Russia, and it's American. Justin, you know where they meeting at? What state it is? Where is that at? I forget where they meeting there. But he thought it was Russia. Treating former President Bush nicely, and she wasn't even paying attention to Trump. Trump got upset because Michelle was treating former President Bush nicely, and she wasn't even paying attention to Trump at the John McCain funeral. Oh, so she's an enemy now. He has to get even with her as well. He's getting even with pretty much everybody. Then he's going to waste taxpayer money investigating Barack Obama. Is that a bitch? You should worship the feet of Barack Obama. You should study him, honey. That was a real president. Correct? So you go in there with your boisterous ass. Oh, this is why he did when he did the European. They all got together, all these European leaders, some kind of summit, whatever. And then the other world leaders were standing. Because when they went to the stage, they were all gathering, whatever. And so he pushed the other world leaders out of the way so he can stand in front of the camera. And that's our president. Spoiled brat. That's what he is. That's what Fred raised. Spoiled brat. Right? I think they're trying to meet at the White House, but who knows? No, it's somewhere else, like Alaska, I think. And Trump said Alaska he was going to Russia. Y'all watch that Midas Touch? That's what I watch them pretty regularly. I'm gonna go and check that out because that guy's pretty good. Ben Masalas. They watch it a lot closer than I do. He wants to take it. Who said he wants to take it back to the old America? See how he didn't know nothing about no damn old America. Donald Trump needs to get his ass out there in them streets, honey. Right? He was born rich. He never encountered people. He never went to public school. Right? He don't know what the fuck he's talking about anything. He goes by visual. This place is a mess. Oh, get rid of everything. You know, he doesn't realize there are people that they really are poor. So what are you gonna do? How are you gonna clean up the slums in Washington, D.C.? You don't want no affordable housing built. You think that's a waste of time, as a bad investment, right? right, Donald Trump? So you don't want no new housing built, and you want to get rid of the goddamn slums. Now, how you gonna do that? How you gonna pull that off? Then you don't want nobody homeless. Maybe that's all they can afford, Donald Trump. Are you addressing the wages in America or the price it costs to live in America? I'm just saying. It's Alaska. Yeah, he's gonna meet in Alaska. He thought Alaska was Russia. Trump is thinking about giving Russia back, giving Russia back Alaska. Well, he said he had to have a private meeting, honey. Nobody can know about it. A private meeting with a goddamn world dictator. He killed millions of people. He didn't kill. What's he killed? Hundreds of thousands of people. Old America, old white America, make America white again. You know that's what they were saying in their private meetings, honey. So he used his own people, right? People who are obsessed with money like that, who's been raised around nothing but rich people and all that kind of stuff. He is a classist person, honey. Donald Trump. He has no interest in these damn people. He does not consider himself the same as these white people in the Midwest. I don't know why they got attached to him. He made it all about the color of their skin. Well, that's the only thing they had in common, right? Donald Trump will never entertain any of these goddamn people, child. He gonna go and get on a tractor, like, girl. What have you done to farming in this country, right? Then people, you done went and raided their farms and got rid of all their workers. Now the goddamn season is past. They done lost the fucking crops. Donald Trump. What kind of sense that make? Why I just don't understand the offense of these Latin people who come here to work. I just don't understand it. And now he said he want them to come to work and then go back to Mexico, go to bed in Mexico. You just come here to work. What is he getting off on this cruelty to those people? Okay. Don't forget that Trump said the United States will take over for delivering aid to Gaza. You are right, Uncle Tim. He is getting closer and closer to owning. He wants to make hotels in Gaza. He said that'd be a good vacation spot. War-torn Gaza. He wants to run the people out. He wants to assist in running the people out, and he wants to build hotels there. This is what you're dealing with. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? Maybe. Some tips. He gonna say no tax on tips. He got a bitch. He trying to throw him a bone, honey. He throw him a bone. Oh, I'm cutting your tax on your tip. Oh, you're gonna save $30 a month. The white friends, but say something racist, not knowing that I am a person of color. Oh, yeah, they're going to terrorize Washington D.C. So I don't know what the people. I mean, what would you think if you're a woman, single mother, raising a family? You got 3 boys. How comfortable are you going to feel in Washington D.C. when you got tanks outside your window? And Trump has already showed with his ICE program. This is even worse than ICE. He already showed you that they don't care anything about your rights or anything like that, right? They're going to profile all black kids and all black people, right? I guess they're only going to, you have to work at the White House or something, child, in order to get a pass. All the rest of you are what he calls thugs and hoodlums because you touched his big balls. There's that sense, baby. Let me see. Y'all got a closing song? Let us sing a song and change our moods, honey. Okay. And how can you man, oh yeah, this broken land, yeah, your friends of mine, how can that loser ever win? People say, baby, how can you stop that old son? They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him on something, child. But now since he fixed the goddamn Supreme Court, what are they gonna do when they do get him? When they can prove that he was in there just as nasty as Epstein, who molested 1,000 girls, honey. When they prove that he was one of the customers as well, honey, what are they gonna do to him? He done fixed the Supreme Court. Obviously, impeaching him doesn't mean anything. He's already been impeached twice. He fixed it all. Thank you, wonderful people, for coming in. I appreciate you. I'll try to cover other things other than this Trump thing. But when you go on, as soon as I click off of here, 40 pages. Donald Trump. This is a dream of his. He wants the whole world talking about his ass. And if you don't talk about him today, he'll do something else tomorrow. Invade another city. We're going to see how this invasion goes on Washington, D.C., one of the only majority black cities in this country. We'll see. Later, people.